Hey everyone, so we were just having a conversation about training team members. Now, if you're a bit like us, maybe you found when you have a new team member that you get this idea or this delusion that it's going to save you time. But the reality is it tends to take more time to train someone to do it the right way than it does to even do it yourself. Now, obviously, if you get the right person, you train them properly, long-term gains for short-term pain. So today we were just having a conversation and brainstorming and masterminding a bit on what does the training work? If we were to simplify this into 3 minutes, if we were to simplify this into a process of how to do the training efficiently and effectively, this is what we came up with. Hi, I'm Jason from GetUncommonResults.com. Thank you for watching. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. And Roberto, Winston, thank you for your help in putting this together. And so what we're going to do, the pieces that we identified is step 1. We call this the interview phase. And the whole idea of the interview phase is, let's say I have a team member, John, and John's going to learn how to do what I do. I'm either going to have John sit here and ask me questions about all the nuances and the key details of the actual task. It might take 5 minutes, might take 30 minutes, depends on the project. Or in today's world, maybe we're going to jump on a Zoom call. And John is going to interview me on the importance, the key areas, and just ask every question that comes to mind. Step 2, we call this the shadow phase. And so this is where John actually watches me do what I do. So if it's on Zoom, I'm going to share my screen and talk my way through it. If they're in my office, they're going to look over my shoulder. And John's only job while shadowing me is the right key notes, is to take note of the process. His task has been to create my system. Is it a checklist? Is it a step-by-step guide? Is it video recordings and to hit record and to organize them? Is it in a full manual? Again, it depends on the size of the project, but is to shadow me. Step 3 is to create, specifically to create the system that he just saw me do combined with the interview steps. Now, the reason why we have this is because we have 3 different learning styles. There's auditorial, those who learn from hearing it; visual, those who learn from seeing it, kind of like me writing it down; and kinesthetically, those who learn by doing it. And the challenge you have when training a team is if you don't hit all 3 learning styles, chances are if you don't hit their learning style, it's going to go over their head or through their ears. Right? So we have them interview so that they can ask questions. We have them shadow so that they can watch it. We have them create it so that they're physically doing it and doing it visually as well as the interaction so that they're actually creating the plan. Step 4, they implement it. So now they implement based on their process or the project or the manual that they created or the checklist that they created to show you their system that they developed. And one of the things I like about this is, remember, this was a system they developed based on my process, meaning I didn't have to do the work. So that's a subtle little tip that saves you some time. And number 5 is now review. Based on how they did, you review their work and give them critiques, updates, let them know, and that's where they can go back to their system and correct it. And the advantage to this, like I said, it does take a little bit more time to train someone than it is to do it yourself. But after a few weeks of getting good at it, that's where you start to free up your time. But the advantage of this is you get them to see it, they get to hear it, they get to do it, they get to watch you do your process, create it themselves, which is going to burn it in their memory and get them to add it faster and get them good at it quicker than any other way, then implement it plus the review so that you can make the final touches. You follow these 5 steps, I guarantee you're going to have a powerhouse of a team member in a very short period of time. So you're going to have weeks of training rather than months or years. So thank you for joining me, Roberto, Winston. Thank you again for bringing this idea up and having this brainstorming session. And for all you out there, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video.